Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a crowd. On behalf of the organizing committee, let me welcome you the true traditional Sri Lankan way, Ayubowan. May you all live long. For starters, ladies and gentlemen, let us all rise up for the national anthem of Sri Lanka, followed by that of Germany. Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen. To begin with, let us now participate in the tradition lighting of the oil lamp, and I would like to call upon the following eminent people over here. His Excellency Karunatilaka Amanugama, Ambassador of Sri Lanka to Germany and Switzerland. Pradeep Jayawardena, Consul General, Frankfurt. Mr. Nihal Samarasinghe, Honorary Consul of Sri Lanka in Rhineland. Mr. Kaushal Seneviratne, Regional Manager for United Kingdom, Europe, and North America. Mr. Claude Thomas, Chairman, Western Province Tourism Authority of Sri Lanka. Mr. Klaus Fischer, President, German Sri Lanka Business Council. Mr. Kumara Rajapaksa, Mrs. Nelia Newman, Mrs. Dhammi Kandage, Mr. Atul Fe, Ms. Christine Greshaber, Ms. Chanda Vikramasinghe, Ms. Laura Nikali, and of course, Mr. Sohan Veerasinghe. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce this warm personality. He is a very favorite person and respected and loved by all, both in Sri Lanka as well as in Germany. I take great pleasure in inviting Mr. Nihal Samarasinghe, Honorary Consul for Sri Lanka. Can you have the gentleman? Come on, everybody. Round of applause.
Thank you, Hussein. I didn't follow that full recommendation there. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I'm not going to make it short because we're running out of time. So may I invite the Honorable Excellency, the Ambassador for Sri Lanka, Mr. Karunatilaka Amanugama. Excellency, this has been the tradition of my consulate to welcome the new ambassador with the symbol of Sri Lanka. Thank you. May I pin it for you?
Mr. Samarasinghe was also responsible for some of the events which took place during the 60-year diplomatic relations between Sri Lanka and Germany. He organized the trade bazaar for the businessmen living in Germany and also a Bana sermon in English. Now I call upon His Excellency, Mr. Amunugama, to make a speech as well.
Aibowan, Vanakkam, Guten Abend. I was thinking that, from where to start, because I was told by the regional manager of the Sri Lankan airline just to limit my remarks or speech to 2 minutes. So we do not want to delay his flights, where they are getting ready to take off very soon. Because of that, as they have invited me to say something, I thought, to say something that why this evening, this important event is important to us. Today is a Sri Lanka Day. We all have to be happy with that, being with Sri Lanka and the Sri Lankan. Why I said that today is a Sri Lanka Day, it's not only because of the Kaushal or the Sri Lankan airline team, or that, Sri Lankan airline is the main sponsor. Of course that, we have to be thankful to the Kaushal and the team that, to organizing this event. I was told it's an annual event, sponsoring that, to Sohan and the group, that, bringing them and, to keep this tradition of bridging the bridge between the Sri Lanka and Germany, or otherwise the Germany and Sri Lanka. This is the type of things that we required. The culture, if you look at the culture is one of the oldest tradition of building bridges. When you come to Germany, that first interaction with the Germans are something to do with the culture. They are going to Sri Lanka, some of the eminent Germans, that time the princes and some important scholars, and then they stay in Sri Lanka, and they have a tradition of being respected by Sri Lankan. It's very important. I used to tell these things to my German friends. Germany is not colonial masters of Sri Lanka. So we have to be happy with that one. So we don't have any bad memories of German interaction with us. So because of that, their nature, their feeling toward this small island, so that that tradition has grown up to the level of building closer and stronger relations. And in fact, Germany is one of the first countries established, although it's not a formal diplomatic relations, the relations, formal diplomatic relations with Sri Lanka. So we have celebrated, I think, a few years ago, our 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations. Only few countries in the world with Sri Lanka that we have had that sort of grand events of celebration of the long years of history of this cultural or the diplomatic exchanges. So now the Kaushal or Sri Lankan airline has taken the leadership initiative to fill the gap of that, bringing Sohan to us, that and inviting German friends, Sri Lankan friends around, and that them to entertain that what Sri Lankan culture and what Sri Lankan tradition, what Sri Lankan music, and people think that Sri Lankan music is only the traditional music. No, that we have much more things to give it to the world. So we are very much thankful to Sri Lankans to doing that. Second one is that our good friend Mr. Nihal Samarasinghe always with us. Any Sri Lankan event that he is supporting us, and of course other Sri Lankan associations, organizations, and individuals who are always behind us, even our difficult time, to encourage us, giving us a moral support, and that supporting and pushing us to go forward. Now, we have a consulate. Mr. Pradeep Javadan is around here, that he's giving a lot of moral support and active support to all the events being organized by the Sri Lankan community and the Sri Lankan airline. Now, second event is that now today we become true Sri Lankan. It is not Sri Lankan airline. Of course that we wish them well and thank them for organizing this event. Today we become a Sri Lankan, leaving behind our ethnicity, our religion, and where you are coming from, whether it's north, south, east, or west. We get together as a Sri Lankan to celebrate and to enjoy this evening. This is what we wanted. This is, as a Sri Lankan, not as ambassador, this is what Sri Lankans wanted to see. So we are today, it's a good example for everybody to be together, get together, and enjoy together this evening. So once again, on behalf of the government and my embassy and the Sri Lankan people in Sri Lanka, that I wish to thank the Sri Lankan team and our honorary consul and his team and all our good friends. You see, now it's not just organizers. They were not able to. They could have done a fantastic show, but without you, your contribution, it's like that, to just one course meal, So we also have to thank all of you. I mean, this is not just a free event. You know that it's a relatively expensive event. That I was talking to Kaushal, I was talking to Nihal. It's a relatively, so that you have sacrificed certain things to see your friends and to see your music and the culture, to keep this evening to be together. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, all of them, to be with us and giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that inspiring speech. May I now invite Mr. Claude Thomas, Chairman of the Western Province Tourism Authority of Sri Lanka. So can we have you over here? And his task is to launch the first copy of the magazine known as Amazing Sri Lanka. Of course, it's written in German, and he will present this to His Excellency the Ambassador. Ladies and gentlemen, you ought to buy this book. It's full of information about Sri Lanka. Thank you. Mr. Thomas will now sell the first commercial copy, and can we invite Mr. Andreas Dripker, Chairman, Diplomatic Council, and also Mr. Boda Kruger, President, German Asia Pacific Business Cycle and Honorary Council, Nepal. They will purchase these copies.